Okay, so the next sign I'm feeling called to look into or aid is Aquarius. And I'm probably actually gonna probably do all of them, honestly, at this point. But I'm gonna start with Aquarius because, yeah. So, someone's got really bad paranoia. Really bad paranoia. Yeah. Someone stuck in the past. Living in the past. Living in past ways. They have this issue with being dependent on others. Empress in reverse. So, like we said, overall energy, you're reminiscing someone from the past. Six of Cups, upright this time. Because when it was reversed, it was living in the past. Anyways, you're reminiscing someone from your past, something from childhood. What's the message, bro? Like, what's going on? Maybe family. It could be family. We got the Page of Swords reversed. So the message is someone's been living in deception or living a lie or have been lied to all their life by said person or people that you're looking for from the past, right? This has something to do with a connection as well. This could be a partnership or something, past partner, past marriage, past friendship, whatever resonates for you, I guess. Where are we going with this? But yeah, someone was all talk, very manipulative. We got the Strength card. They could have been using your energy for focus. Someone that's used to, okay, they would say that they would do this for you or do this for you in return for this, that, and the third, right? Right, we all know how that goes. But I mean, then again, if this is not for you, don't make it fit. If it doesn't resonate, for the love of God, do not make it fit. We don't need no psychosis going on. Anyway, I guess whoever this was, this could have been a business kind of partnership. Whoever this was, they were balancing like multiple priorities, and I guess they were using you to help balance that out. So they weren't really looking for love with you. They were looking for partnership, business partnership. And they abused that authority. They manipulated you into, wanting this with you, when it all ended up being nothing. Just business. Fucked up, right? Anyways, that's fucked up. That's real fucked up. Oh. Yeah, we got the Two of Wands, and this could be you or someone someone's acting impulsively on planning to leave home or planning travel plans because of this. Yeah. Something to do with codependency. Queen of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. You're focusing on self now instead of others because of the simple fact that you're tired of being used and abused for the wrong reasons, right? Fuck shit. They're gonna get their karma. You ain't gotta worry about that. Don't avenge shit. Don't avenge shit that We don't play the hero. That's not our job. You've played the hero long enough, and look where it got you. Clarity. You just received clarity. That was the clarity that you were needing. Keep a sharp mind is also what I'm getting. Mind sharp, which you already do. You're not dumb. You play dumb when you need to, but you're not dumb. So when this person tries to come back or tries to talk to you into staying or this, that, and the third, they might come at you in this weird, like, frustrated energy, like they're trying to, or like they're like taking out their frustration on you. Or this could be you taking your frustration out on them because you got what you needed out of this clarity. And now it's like you don't really, you're scatterbrained right now. You don't really know what you want to do right now because you're still stuck in confusion. People keep confusing you. People keep manipulating you. Because they're all talk, like we said. They're all talk. They're all talk. That's it. If they really wanted to kill you, if they really wanted to attack you, they would have already. But they already know what you're capable of. So why even bother? They know better. Yeah, we got Judgment. And it looks like a lot of these people are going to be trying to ask for forgiveness because they already know what's coming. They know. They know. They fucked up big time. And there's no getting out of it. No matter what they do, they can apologize, they can ask for mercy, blah, 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 you know. No. And I mean, you don't be a dick. Forgive them because, you know, it's the right thing to do, yeah. But don't, just because you forgive them, that don't give them permission to get back into your fucking good graces. Don't be dumb. You got the clarity. Why would you let them back? You got the clarity. You're going through a personal transition right now through this phase of retrograde, and a lot of, because of you revisiting the past, you've got whatever clarity you needed, right? And then now it's different. You see things differently, and it's like, it pisses you the fuck off. Okay? It pisses you the fuck off. Now you've got this emotional baggage that you don't know how to get rid of. And what do we do about that? We got the Wheel of Fortune upright. That's a good thing. That's always a good omen. You got good luck on your side. Things aren't moving in your favor right now because they're not supposed to. You're dodging many bullets right now, in other words. Traps that were meant to kill you, keep you stuck. You're being very protected right now by the divine. And it may not seem like it sometimes, and trust me, I get it. But you're being heavily protected by the divine right now. And usually when things don't go your way, you start to panic. Me too. I know. We all have that weakness. We do. But, and that's also why you keep holding something off too. Like, you just feel like it's not for you, but that's not the case, dude. Stop tripping. Stop tripping. Okay, we got the Seven of Wands, right? We got Seven of Wands. You're not one to back away from a challenge, right? And like I said before, you are divinely protected. You are divinely protected. But just because it looks like a challenge, that does not mean you gotta fight this resistance. When it's not your time to move, it's not your time to move, dude. Hello? Because if you make moves before you're supposed to, if you move without a proper plan, you take the risk of being left out in the cold, homeless, stuck, and pretty much, back to square one. And who the fuck wants to go back? What else do we have? We got the Fool upright. So you've been like, okay, you're being called to trust in life right now. But like, not in an ignorant, it's not like, okay, hear me out. You're being told to stay present while also think ahead, but not too far ahead. There we go. That's better. Okay. And I'm also picking up on, let's see what we got here. Yeah. That confirmed it. Split the deck. This is the dark side of wealth. You may be the type that chooses money over love, because without money you feel like you can't get love, or without money you can't love yourself because you're focusing on self-love journey. And something with anxiety. You might fidget a lot. Can't keep still. Very impatient. When things, you have fear of the unknown because you're used to being ahead of the game. And I mean, that never changed, but I mean, you kind of got distracted because your energy is all over the place right now, right? So, with that being said, well, it's because you feel like you're the only one, and it's like not the case, dude, like at all. But yeah, you're used to, there's gonna be ups and downs when it comes to finances, and if you're choosing finances over love, I mean, the love for money is the root of all evil, meaning that you'd be able to do whatever you can just to get a paycheck, and that's a setup. I'm gonna repeat that. That's a setup. They already know your weaknesses and they're using that shit against you. You see why they say talk less, feel more? When someone asks you questions, lie your fucking ass off, bruh. Now, unless it's an official. Like, if it's like a government official, okay, tell the fucking truth. But, like, when it's like random fucking strangers and shit, the fuck you need to tell them the truth for? The fuck you need to tell them the truth for? The fuck you need to go to religious people for to tell the truth for? All they're gonna do is use it against you. Because that's what they do. To give you hell. They abuse their power. Why the fuck you think we left? We don't do church no more. Because that's what they do. They get a thrill out of that. You know? They do. Eyewitness. And based off experience, these folks are fucking ridiculous. But, I mean, you know, whatever, right? And they will eventually get that payback this year, actually. During the time of judgment. Archangel Michael ain't playing, baby. No. Ain't, Because y'all know that's the angel of judgment. and I channel him. He trained me. Yeah. Anyway, what more do we need out of this? You need to look for long-term view. You need to focus on long-term view. Okay? Either that or that's what your focus is right now. Your focus is on long-term view. You're looking for long-term. You're not looking for none of the short-term bullshit that you've already been through. You know what I mean? Like, you're over it. You want something different. You want a team. A partnership that works as a team. No one left in the dark. Something about learning from each other. We got the Three of Pentacles upright. You want to learn from these people. You want to learn from a partner. You don't want it to just be one-sided. And it's not necessarily love that you're looking for right now, because you don't feel like you're ready for that, because you feel like if you don't love yourself, then how can you love somebody else? You don't want to pour from an empty cup. Like, your intentions are pure, but you act accordingly. Because again, you're going through a personal transition right now. You're seeing things differently now that you've gotten the clarity. And you know what it's like to be hurt and taken advantage of, and you don't want to do that to anyone else, because you already know what that would do to you. Because you've been there, done that. Many times. You're pretty much stepping into your Emperor status. And just because you got the Emperor card, that does not mean that you're just like... And I'm not saying that you're not. Don't let this get to you. Don't let the power get to your head. Shut up. You're stepping into this version of yourself to where you're a very respected person. Now you've learned a lot from your mistakes, and you've transmuted that into armor. You could also be a father figure to a lot of people, or you could actually be a father. We got the moon at the bottom. But, you're tired of being the one carrying all the burdens. You're tired of living in illusion. You want something real. You could have also been getting some premonitions on something too. Can we get clarity on that, please? Wow, that was fast. Okay. We got the Three of Cups upright. There could be some kind of collaboration that you feel like you've missed out on. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. Reversed. But did you though? Did you actually miss out on it? Did they miss out? Maybe. Hermit. Because you've been focusing on your independence, you could have missed out on some kind of collaboration. Something you see as a lost opportunity due to lack of planning and foresight. What do we do about that? Nothing. Oh, nothing, actually. Because whoever this person was, they were expecting you to keep your blind faith in something. So technically that was a bullet you dodged. Again. Right on. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Yes card. Yep, you pretty much dodged a bullet from something or someone that was trying to build off of your success. We got Death in reverse. There. That was too fast, sorry. Death in reverse. All it would have done was keep you stuck again. And it would have repeated the entire cycle all over again. So, yeah. I know. It's very confusing right now. But you choosing yourself is what's kept you alive. Three of Wands. Upright. That's a damn good card, okay? Because you're focusing on self. You're preparing for the long run. You don't just move fast and then skip. You know what I'm saying? You want all the details so that you can, pretty much you don't want anyone feeding off of your success anymore, because that's all they did. You got nothing in return. And now that you're focusing on yourself, they're taking offense. Or they're targeting you specifically because they thought that they could feed off of you, feed off of your success. Dumbasses. Anyways, what more you got? We got the Ace of Wands. There's a new project coming in for you or them. This could be for you, actually. That you're really, 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 really wanting to work on. But you're trying to find the right people to work with. We got Death again at the bottom of the deck reversed. People are so resistant to change, it's really hard to find what you're looking for. Because like you said, you're planning for the long term. Knight of Pentacles represents long-term thinking. You know how to live through the chaos because you know how to think ahead. You know how to avoid setbacks. You know how to do this, that, and the third. But nobody ever fucking listens. That's the problem. No one listens until it's too late. And they try to say that it's lack of commitment, or accuse you of lack of commitment, or this is what you're used to dealing with. People don't commit because of the way you move. And they see you like procrastinating or stalling, holding back. You know what I'm saying? No. We all know that's not true. We know. At least I know. I don't know who else you're dealing with, but I see. Okay. Some also like to play along just to test your faith to see if you would actually fail. You're someone that's really good with time management. And it's like when you're like in information overload, you kind of need a moment to like step back and like really think about what's being said, because it's like, what do I do with that? I don't know what to do with that. Or where did that even come from? Or like, you know, it's all kinds of crazy shit. And a lot of us pick up on that crazy shit and we don't really know what to do with it either. And because we look up to you and, you know, we kind of just like, dude, what do we do here? Like, because there's some of us out here that actually trust your judgment, that trust your movement, because we've been through it too. And you mistake it as copying, or you'll mistake it as someone trying to take your spot, but no one can be you. No one can be you. I need you to understand that. No one can be you but you. The moon again. That's the illusion that needs to be taken or broken out of. You feel like you have to be in competition with someone, but no one's in competition with you. They look at you like you're a natural leader. You got both sides of the spectrum. One's grounded. Actually, no, you got more. We're gonna focus on the imagery here, okay? Don't worry about the words. Image. It's like you see both sides of a coin, and you have like this perspective on something. Something about dividing, the great divide. We got one side arguing about light, the other one's dark. Okay, so light and dark. You notice the difference between the two dogs here? And then you got your little crustacean right here. Okay. You're the crustacean right here. And then we got two dogs fighting over who's right and who's wrong. Right? There is no right or wrong in this situation here, because none of it ever mattered. Like, at all. You've walked the middle path all your life, and I guess that's why your success has been slower than others, because a lot of them took the easy way out or the easy way in. They took the easier route because they didn't want to, or they didn't know how to swim. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know how to swim. They didn't know how to ride the wave. They didn't know how to just float. You catching the drift? They wanted to fight the wave rather than, ride it. Figuratively, I think. Anyways, metaphorically. Here we go. Metaphorically. Literally what we said. There is no right or wrong choice here, because none of this shit mattered. And that's where all the confusion's coming from, because not everybody's okay with letting that go, because they're afraid of what's to come if they do. You know? But nothing's coming. It was all a lie. It was all a lie. Whatever they were taught was a lie. Listen to fucking Ronnie Radke, bruh. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah. This also confirms a lot of them were taking shortcuts. And that's why they feel like their mission isn't complete, because they took shortcuts. They didn't know how to swim. And they were afraid. A lot of them got their hands dirty. Mm-hmm. And now they don't know what's to come. It's crazy. But those that already did their time physically, that doesn't mean shit. Prison won't do nothing for you. It might rehabilitate you because that's what it's supposed to do. But if you continue living in the same cycle when you get out of said prison, did you really think that you would not go back? Your greed, whoever I'm talking to, this is a different energy now. Your greed is what's keeping you held back. This is someone else now. Someone's wanting to try one more time. Someone you may have let go of. Because someone is aimlessly drifting. And exploring dark thoughts. But those thoughts aren't yours. Your house might actually be haunted. Oh, no, that's not what's going on. Your house isn't haunted. Okay. Again, with this transition, you're in your transition period. This is, when you revisit the past comes back to haunt you, right? During these times, Mercury retrograde, I've been trying to stress that. I really have, but you motherfuckers always try to laugh the shit off and think it's funny. But who's laughing now? Huh? You think this is a game? You think this deck of cards is just a game? Do you? Is this some kind of joke to you? Your past is revisiting you to see if you're still stupid. Are you still stupid? Are you gonna actually sit down and fucking listen for once? Pay attention? Hangman. Upright. Perspective. None of that tee hee ha ha shit no more. It's not funny. You're not funny. And that's why you keep losing opportunities. Also. Nobody wants to work with you because you're a complete asshole. And because of the fact that you're proud of that, why would anybody want to work with you? You think people come around you because they like you? Of course you do. Temperance at the bottom. In reverse. Because of your drug problem, your drinking problem, you think everyone's here because they like you? You think everyone's around you because they like you? Dude, they've been plotting to kill you since you came back. You're a fucking target. They want you dead. Not me. You. They want you dead. Dead as fuck. Because you're walking around acting like a fucking terrorist. You see what they did to Marilyn Manson. Over burning a fucking flag. We all know that's a big no-no. You think overthrowing government is the right way to go? And you think you're not gonna get backlash from that? You think you're safe? Do you? you need to release from this toxic mindset of yours. Because if you don't, the devil's coming for you. And the devil does walk the fucking earth. And it could be anybody. It could be the ones you love most. The devil works for God, bro. You think you're safe? Grow the fuck up.